H2K Infosys provides world-class online IT training, staffing, and software testing solutions to customers worldwide. H2K Infosys, how we are different from our competitors. 100% job-oriented training, hands-on project work, cloud test lab, resume preparation and review, mock interviews, robust syllabus, one-time fee and lifetime access to classes, access to recorded sessions of live classes. H2K Infosys has won the trust of thousands of students worldwide. For a free demo class, visit us at h2kinfosys.com.
Now, so we saw that, let me go to C colon. Where can we find the .NET framework? So we need to go to C colon, Windows, Microsoft .NET, and then we need to go to framework 64, and we need to go to version 4.0. So inside that, so you can see that we have compilers like CSC compiler, and VB compiler, and we have different compilers, J# compiler as well. Now today what we are going to do is we'll create a simple C# program, very simple C# program which will just print hello world. Okay, so now if you have already programming experience, so how many what are the programming languages you heard of? So maybe you can tell, like, what are the computer programming languages which you heard of? Anyone wants to share some names?
C, Java.
Okay, so let me type
.NET.
here. C language. Okay,
Yeah.
C language and Java. Okay.
C++. C++.
C++. Okay. And remember,
.NET.
.NET is not a programming language. .NET is a framework. So
Oh, okay.
programming language is nothing but like C#. So C# is a programming language. So like this. So we have C language, as Aditya said, like we have C language, Java, C++, C#. Salim and Sharmila, you want to add anything to it? Any other programming language? Yeah, go ahead.
SQL.
SQL. Okay, SQL is a structured query language. Okay, that is DB language. Any other language? I have added that as well. Okay, so that should be fine. So most of I think we'll be using. We can actually even add VB as well. That's okay. Now let me ask some questions. So if I want to print something on the screen using C language, what is the command we use? Yeah, even we have J# language as well. So in C language, if you want to print something on the screen, if you're from college graduate or something, you might have had some C language course in your academics. So maybe let's try to recollect that. So how many of you remember that typing printf hello world?
Yes.
So
I do remember.
Yeah, in C language we have something called printf, and anything if you
Yes.
enter inside printf, that will be printed on the screen. So printf hello world. Now let's try to understand one by one. So some of you told Java programming. So can you recollect how we do it for Java?
Println or something?
Yeah. So in Java we have something called system.out.println, and we do write like this, hello world. So why I'm telling this is I just wanted to compare. So as a part of .NET, we are going to learn complete C# programming. C# is one of the latest Microsoft programming object-oriented programming language. So as a part of this .NET course, we are going to learn complete C# programming. We are going to learn data types, operators, loops, control structures, arrays, and we are going to learn collections, generics, and we are also going to see a very important topics, object-oriented programming language. We'll see what are the types of inheritance we have, what is polymorphism, and then we'll also see all the concepts of like delegates, events, okay, and we'll also see abstract class, virtual methods, interfaces. So we're going to see all those concepts in C#. So just to give you some heads up, I just thought of refreshing like what the programming languages which you are already aware of. Okay, so in C language we do printf, and in Java we do system.out.println. How do we do it in C++? Anyone remembers or anyone knows it, how to do it in C++? Anyone able to recollect?
No.
Let me check your Google skills. So I think Salim and Sharmila have a system with them. Can you guys tell me? I'll give 2 minutes for you. I'll give 2 minutes for you. Can you guys tell me how to print it in C++? We'll make this interactive. As I already told, the initial 3 to 4 classes will be more of interaction, just to make you feel comfort. So anyone take 2 minutes time, and Aditya, maybe you can try if you have a system.
Yeah, that's what I'm working on.
Okay.
I think it's printf in C++ too.
No, in C++ we have different thing.
std something, right?
No. Let me see who will tell first. So I have Aditya, I have Nandini, I have Salim, and I have Sharmila. Hi Nandini. So we are just trying to understand how do we print message. How do we print message? I just muted all of you. So in C language, if you want to print something on the screen, we use printf hello world, and in Java we use something called system.out.println, and in C++ I just asked all of you to just Google it and tell me what is there for C++. So people are actually trying to research on that. So I just gave 2 minutes. So we'll see if someone can tell. I'm again repeating, so the first 3 to 4 classes will be more of Q&A and more of interaction. Anyone got it?
std printer?
Yeah, cout is a correct. Cout is a correct. I think Sharmila has answered it. So we have something called cout, and we need to write like this: cout hello world. Okay, so how do we do it in SQL Server? Anyone knows SQL programming? We have something called print. Okay, so we can give print hello world. So just to summarize, we saw about C language we give printf, Java we give system.out.println, and C++ we give cout, and in SQL Server we normally give print. And in JavaScript is also a language where we give document.writeLine. So anyone heard it, document.writeLine or document.write? Document.write. Anyway, in C# we have something called console.writeLine. Console.writeLine is a code which you if you want to print something on the screen. Console.writeLine hello world. Okay, so now today what I'm going to do now is I'm going to write a simple C# program in Notepad, and I'm going to explain that for you guys, like the structure of C# program, and I will be explaining like and I strongly recommend not to use Visual Studio. Please practice in Notepad itself. Please use Notepad throughout throughout the first 3 to 4 days. Okay, so now let's get started with the simple C# program. Okay, so before that I'll just show you how a C language program looks like. I always used to compare C language and C#. So C language, if you are able to recollect, we have include stdio.h, and we have void main, and we have something called inside void main we write something called printf hello world. So this is how your C language looks like. So remember, C language is a structured programming. It's not object oriented programming language. C language is structured programming. We will not have anything called class objects in a C language. But coming to C# or Java, these are all object oriented programming languages. So object oriented programming languages primarily focus on creating a class, and then we'll create an object for reusability. So we are going to discuss now Anyone knows like why I need to include stdio.h when I'm in C language? What is this called? You can unmute yourself and you can just give some info if you know.
It's a standard input output library.
Correct. Perfect. So in C language we will be writing include stdio.h. The reason why we need to include this is we are using a method called printf. So the method printf is actually present in this header file. So that is the reason we need to include printf. So if you can recollect, we have used something called include conio.h. So that we will use when you want to use getch, etc. So don't worry if you're not having any experience in C language as well. I'm going to explain that from the basics in C#. So basically this is a header file. stdio.h is a header file, and printf is a method which is present in that header file. So you need to use include. So now let's try to write a simple C# program. I'll write a simple C# program. I'll explain you for the whole class. I'll see whether you guys can understand or not. So let me open Notepad. So here, as I already told you, C# is object oriented programming language. We do it completely in a class. Whatever you do it, you have to type the code inside a class. So I'm going to write a class hello world, and then inside this I'm going to write something called public static void main. So I'll explain that what is public, what is static, what is void, and what is main. So I'm just going to write it now. Public static remember C# is case sensitive, so you need to write the letters in capital letters like or small letters accordingly. So if you instead of capital letter, if you type small letter, it will throw error. So in all the programming languages you see like void main, m in small letter. When you write main method, m will be always small letter, but in C#, remember m is capital letter. Okay, so I just wrote a class hello world, and inside that I wrote public static void main, and inside that I'm going to write console dot write line. I'm going to write hello world. And now, so this is more or less looking like your C language program, but here you need to write instead of main, directly writing main, you need to write that inside a class, because C# is object oriented programming language, so where you'll have class and objects concept. So I'll explain that in detail when we are discussing about object oriented programming concepts. For now, just remember the syntax for creating writing something on the screen, which is console.writeLine. Console.writeLine is a code if you want to print something on the screen. And now here I have written stdio.h because in C language I have written include stdio.h because my printf method is present inside this stdio.h. Similarly, in here I need my console is a class which is present inside a namespace. In C# we call it as namespace, in Java we call it as package, in C language we call it as library header file. Okay, so in Java we normally call as package. You might have heard java.star, java.io package, like that. In C# we call them as a namespace. So here again, let me compare, let me show that to you guys again. In C language we write as include stdio.h. Can you guys recollect how do we write it in Java? I understand all of you might not know Java, but I just want to, I'll tell myself, but in case if you know that, you can tell. How do we write it in Java? Anyone heard like import java.star java.io? Import. Anyone here heard this? Import java.io or something like that. So here in C# we write using system. Okay, so just to tell that, so this is this is the first one, include stdio.h is in C language, and this one import java.io. So here we call as a header file, and here we call it as a package. In Java we call it as a package, and we write like import. We don't write include in Java, we write import. And in C sharp, so in C sharp we write something called using, and we don't call as a header file, or we don't call it as a package. In C sharp we call it as a namespace. Namespace is something like NAMESPACE, namespace. Okay, so namespace is actually collection of classes. A namespace is a collection of classes, and a package here in Java is also collection of classes, but here in Java we call it as package. Can someone summarize now? What do we call in C language, what do we call in Java, and what do we call in C sharp? Anyone wants to go ahead? Yeah, Nandini, go ahead. You can unmute yourself. Yeah, I just unmuted you. So yeah, go ahead.
In C it is header file.
In C it is header file. Okay.
And in Java it is package.
In Java it is package. Okay.
And in C sharp it is namespace.
It is namespace. Okay. Perfect. So, and also can you tell how do we write the code in C and in Java and in C sharp? I'll just minimize this. Maybe you might need to recollect. How do we include a header file in C language?
Hash include stdio
.h.
io.h.
Perfect. And how do we do it in Java?
Import.
Import. Perfect. And how do we do it in C sharp? I'll just show it. Using system. Perfect. So here I repeat again, just keep this in mind. So in C language we call it as a header file, and we write the code like include stdio.h. And in Java we call it as a package, and we do it like import java.io. And in C sharp we call it as a namespace, and we do it like using system. Okay, now so since this console is a class which is present in system namespace, so I need to write here using system. So I have written like this here, using system class hello world, and the reason why I have included system is my class console is present inside system. So if I want to use console, I need to write using system. Okay, so and then write line is a method which is present in console. Don't worry for now, just keep this in mind. I am going to explain this again very clearly when we are going to discuss object oriented programming concepts, but just remember this. So first thing, console is a class which is present in system namespace. So for that reason I have to include using system, and write line is a method which is present inside this console class. Okay, so I repeat the terms here again. So now points to note here, I'll just repeat it. First thing is you need to write in C sharp console.writeLine hello world to print anything on the screen. Second point, here we write using system. So using is a word we use, and system is called a namespace. What is a namespace? Namespace is collection of classes. Okay, and now can you guys tell me any one class inside system? I just told now any class which is present inside the system. Yeah, I got instant message from Salim. It is console. So console is a class which is present inside the system. So if someone asks you what is a namespace, a namespace is collection of classes as well as namespaces. So a namespace can have another namespace inside it. So we'll see that later. So for now, what you should be knowing is system is a namespace and console is a class present in system namespace, and C sharp is case sensitive. Okay, And if you want to print anything on the screen, you're going to use console.writeLine or console.write, and I'm going to use hello world. Please keep these 4 points in your mind, and remember M is capital in void main, not like other all the programming languages. M will be in small letter. So normally students, right, when I give some assignment, for example adding two numbers, they will complete the program, but they will tell like I'm getting some errors. So most of the errors, like they type in M in small letters and they'll tell me it's not, program is not compiling. So C# is case sensitive. Okay, so I'll repeat again. So if you want to write a simple C# program, first thing, write it inside a class, because C# is object oriented programming language. Class hello world, and inside that write a method, main method. For that you need to write public static void main, and then inside that you need to write console.writeLine. Since console is a class present inside your namespace system, so you need to write like this using system. Okay, now let me ask some questions to you. So rapid fire, let me tell who will answer. So all of you can unmute yourself. So I'll just unmute. Just tell true or false. Okay, now first question, C# is case sensitive.
True.
Okay, and system is called a package.
False.
What is system?
False. Namespace.
Namespace. Okay, and console is a method.
Class.
Console is a class.
It's a class.
Okay, and okay, ideally this should be fine. So now let's try to compile this. So yeah, so we'll go ahead and we'll try to compile. I'll just keep yourself on mute again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to compile this. I repeat again, when you face any interviews, remember in mind, if you want to write simple C# programs, to be very frank, I'm going to tell some. Okay, Salim, go ahead. You can share your screen. Yeah. So go ahead. You can minimize it. You can open Notepad. Okay. So others can help. Whoever seeing the screen of Salim, like they can help in case if something goes wrong. The reason why I'm asking is I'll tell some common mistakes which students will do, so I want to guide here. So Nandini or Shamila, you can unmute yourself, and if you see something mistake there, maybe you can help Salim there. So just to make more interactive. It's a collective effort. I should see that no errors should be there in the code. So you can unmute and help Salim there. Yeah, I just unmuted you, both of you. I just unmuted, and I unmute Salim as well. Okay, yeah, he has done that very quickly. So what are the mistakes? So now we'll try to correct the mistakes which we have, common mistakes which you do in the first program.
There should be a terminator.
Sorry?
There should be a semicolon.
Perfect.
On the console.writeLine.
Perfect. So the first correction has, I think, Aditya, you're able to see the screen, Aditya?
Yes, I can see.
Oh, I thought you joined only through telephonic. Okay. So
No, I could see it.
okay, Salim, the first correction is like you need to add a semicolon for console.writeLine. We need to add a semicolon. Yeah, you can add semicolon there. After console.writeLine, you have to add a semicolon.
Hello world.
Yeah.
End of the statement you have to add semicolon.
Yeah.
In that console.writeLine.
Salim, can you add a semicolon? I'm not. You're able to. Yeah, perfect.
Sorry, where do I add it?
Yeah, you add a semicolon there.
Over here, right? Okay.
Yeah, you were right.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. Now, any other corrections? Nandini and Sharmila and Aditya or Salim? Do you think anything else is
I think in right line L should be capital.
perfect? I told already, like C# is case sensitive. I think some of you have noticed it very well. So right line L is capital. L is capital in C#. Okay. Any other corrections?
That's it.
Yeah. I'll tell the corrections now. So using system, U is small letter. Yeah, and someone is telling I have a doubt. What is the doubt?
Yeah, same thing. I had a doubt.
Okay. So
I want to know whether you small or cash.
yeah, using system U is small letter, and one more thing, public static void, all are small letters
Small letters except that M.
except main.
Yeah.
What about class?
Class is also small. P is also small. I mean C is also small.
Okay.
See, remember one thing you can put in mind, all the keywords will be first letter will be small letter, and all the methods first letter will be capital letter. So here if you see the methods and classes, first letter will be capital letter. So what are the classes we have here?
Console.
So console, C should be capital. All the classes and methods first letter should be capital. So is it already capital C?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, fine. Now what are the classes we have here in this program?
Console. Right?
Console is a class and hello world is already our class. So anyway you put it in capital letter. Fine. So we are done with the classes. And remember methods, all the methods also we start with capital letter. So what are the methods we have here?
Right line.
Right line is a method. I think W is already capital, and main is also a method, but that is already capital. Okay. And namespaces also should be capital. So what are the namespaces we have here?
System.
Yeah. So I repeat again, all the namespaces, classes and methods should start with capital letter. And all the keywords like using, class, public, static, void, all the keywords should be in small letters. Okay. Now I think now this is perfect. So we are done with this. So I'll don't remove it, keep it as it is. You are going to compile it now, but you can stop sharing it. I'll share now. Okay, so let me share it now. Okay. Now. Okay. Now I'm going to save this file. So yeah, I have recording everything. Yes. Even whatever you have typed also, I think it got recorded. That's fine. Yeah. So I'm going to save it in D drive. I'm going to create new folder. I'm going to give the name as our code. I just give the inside D drive. I added a folder called our code, and I'm going to save this file as .cs. So file, save as. I'm going to go to where did I save? D drive, our code. I'm going to give the name. Select here all files. Remember, when you are saving it into .cs file, select here all files and give the name as hello.cs. Any name you can give. Okay. Now once I save it, just go to that path, my computer, D drive, and go to our code, and I have this hello.cs. Okay. Now I need to compile it with C# code. So I need to compile. So now what I can do is I can actually go to command prompt, Windows R, CMD, and Anyone knows how I can go to now it's showing C drive users Megnath. Anyone knows how I can go to this folder D drive our code from the command prompt?
You have to give CD and the path.
CD
And the D drive path.
D drive our code. Let me try this. Wait, I'm not going. Anyone wants to add?
For the compiler?
No. What I need is I want to navigate to that folder. See, as of now I'm seeing C users Megnath, right? Yeah, I want to go to
Yes.
D drive. So Salim is telling to type D colon. So Salim is telling to type D colon. Perfect. Yeah, we got it. We came to this. So all you need to do is, I repeat again, Windows R CMD, open command prompt, and then what we need to do is I need to type here D colon. I'll come to D drive, and then I can type CD our code. Now I came to D drive. Now how do I need to compile this? So to compile this, you need to type csc space hello.cs, and before typing this you need to ensure if I type csc I should get like this. I should not get not recognized command. You remember yesterday we did something in the previous class. Maybe for Aditya I'll explain that later. So we need to make some homework to make this command working. So Nandini and Sharmila and Salim, you know that, right?
Yes.
Can you one of you quickly summarize what we did to make the command from not recognized command to working? Hello?
We have to copy this path into the computer. We have to right click on the computer and then go to the admin.
Okay, right click on the computer. Okay.
Go to the properties.
Okay.
And here click on the advanced system settings.
Okay.
And here go to environmental variables.
Okay.
Then scroll down a little bit and then you can see the path.
Yeah.
Edit the path.
Okay.
And here you have to put a semicolon and then copy that colon, Windows, that Microsoft,
What is it? What is that path?
Go to C drive
Okay.
and Windows,
Okay.
Microsoft there in Microsoft.NET.
Okay.
There framework 64
Okay.
and then go to V4 version 4.
Very good. Very good.
So copy this path and paste it over.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Who is that answering now?
Sharmila.
Yeah. Thank you very much. That is a perfect answer.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So I need to copy this path. And I need to add that in the environmental variables. I need to paste it here after semicolon. Remember, do not touch this. Do not delete this by mistake. So you should be very careful. So when you are playing with the path, so I suggest maybe what you can do is you can click on edit and take a backup of it. Control A, Control C, Windows R, Notepad. You can take a backup of it. Okay, and then you can proceed. So even you should be very careful with this. Okay, just put a semicolon at the end. Do not delete the previous one. Just put a semicolon at the end and paste the path of Visual Studio. Okay, paste the path of whatever we copied now. Okay, now I'm going to write here csc space. I'm going to compile here hello.cs. So the moment I compile it, you can notice here that a new file has been created. Are you seeing this? A new file has been created, hello.exe. So when you compile a C# program, that will create an exe file. So to execute an exe file, you just need to type it. You just need to type hello. See, now I'm seeing my output, hello world. Okay, I repeat again. I'll delete this exe file. All you need to do is go to command prompt, go to the file where you have it, and then type csc space just type hello.cs and then it will create an exe file. So imagine if you have done some mistake. For example, let me open this in Notepad. Imagine I forgot the semicolon. Okay, and then I save it. Now if I try to compile it, it will throw me an error. See here, error. It's telling very clearly semicolon expected. So it's very good, right? It is even showing where it is expected. 6th line, 39th character. 6th line, 39th character, a semicolon is expected. So where is 6th line? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 39th character is this one. Go to 39th character and it's expecting a semicolon. You have to fix it. And remember, I made this M as small letter. So let me save it. I made M as capital letter. Let me try to compile it now. So it is showing that program does not contain static main method suitable for entry point. So M should be capital. Okay, so here. Okay, let me put this M. Now let me remove this system using system. Let me see what happens. So error, the name console does not exist in the current context. So console is present where?
System namespace.
System namespace. The moment I remove system namespace, I'm getting like the name console does not exist. So if you want your console to be recognized, you have to include the system namespace. So I need to write here system using system. Okay, let me save it and then type it. Now if I do it, I corrected all the errors now. So even M capital I put and semicolon I have added. Now I have only CS file in this folder, so let me compile it. Now I'm seeing an exe file. Now you can do hello. Now I'm seeing this hello world output, whatever I have in the code. So this is the simple C# program and we have compiled it using CSC. Now I'll make Salim as presenter. He is going to compile that now. Okay, so Salim, it's all yours now. I made you as presenter. You are going to show us how to compile it in your system, the code which you have written.
You guys see this?
Yeah, we are seeing your screen. Yeah.
Okay, so let me save this. 1 second.
So you are going to create a folder inside your C drive and you are going to create a folder. Yeah, you created a folder test and you are saving the file as hello.cs. You selected all files. Perfect. You saved it. Okay. Okay, so he opened a command prompt and he is going to cd test. And he is typing CSC and perfect. So we can notice that he is able to compile it. And can you verify whether it created an exe file in the folder? It is created in exe file, so no doubt about it because it has executed. Okay, thank you very much, Salim. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. So I'll you can stop sharing. So all of you, is it clear now how to compile a C# program and using using CSC compiler? Hello? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Any question? Salim, you said you have a question. Please go ahead. Any question? Okay, I got a question from Salim. What if I lose the source code but have an exe? So you can use the exe file, but you cannot do reverse engineering. From the exe file, we cannot edit the code. Okay. So there is a way using reflection, but yeah, that is extremely difficult, so you cannot edit the code. Yeah, okay. So any questions, Nandini, Sharmila, or Aditya? Any questions you have?
No more.
Sorry, Sharmila, you're telling something?
So far, I don't have any questions.
Okay, okay. And how about Salim? Yeah, you said you have one more question. Go ahead, please. So please practice this after the class, and you have to send me this program. So anyway, Salim has already done that. So this is my mail ID. You have to send this Hello World program to me with the screenshot of in the Word document. Okay, so you have to send me the program and the screenshot of the output to my email ID megnath.h2kinfosys@gmail.com. Okay. So the question which Salim has is, can every application be created using Notepad, and or do I need to have Visual Studio? Yeah, for this, the problem with creating using Notepad is you have to remember the classes and methods. So we have thousands and thousands of classes. But when you have Visual Studio will have IntelliSense. The moment you are typing something, it will show you all the suggestions, it will tell you all the methods inside that. So using Notepad you can do everything, but you cannot do it quickly. So that's the reason why you have to go for Visual Studio. So Visual Studio is required for doing highly productive code. Very quickly you can do all the things. Okay. So I'll tell that what is the use of Visual Studio. So okay, yeah. So now from now on, if someone asks you to add two numbers, you don't need Visual Studio. You can do it in Notepad. And .NET Framework anyway, Microsoft is giving it for you with Windows operating system. Okay. So that's all for today. We'll join the next class. We'll continue. Okay. Thank you very much and good night.
H2K Infosys provides world-class online IT training, staffing, and software testing solutions to customers worldwide. H2K Infosys, how we are different from our competitors. 100% job-oriented training, hands-on project work, cloud test lab, resume preparation and review, mock interviews, robust syllabus, one-time fee and lifetime access to classes, access to recorded sessions of live classes. H2K Infosys has won the trust of thousands of students worldwide. For a free demo class, visit us at h2kinfosys.com.